thing is we can talk about a spoiler review of Black Widow now.
No, we'll do non-spoiler.
No, we've already done non-spoiler, Dad.
We did a non-spoiler already?
Last week. Remember, we watched it.
Oh, it's a spoiler.
It's spoiler now. We promised them a spoiler review.
Okay, so we're going to do a short spoiler review of Black Widow. If you haven't seen it, you might want to drop off and come back here in about 5 minutes. It's going to take us that long to do it. It's about 5 minutes. We're going to be give you our thoughts on Black Widow. It's been out a while now. It's been a week, so it's time for spoiler discussion about it. So we're not going to do a long, like I said, 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. Spoiler review.
Okay, so as I've said, I gave this movie a C out of whatever. C out of
whatever.
26 letters. C out of Z. Yeah. And Taskmaster. She was the best.
Best part of Black Widow was
Taskmaster and Yolanda, Black Widow's sister.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that she's in this movie and that she's gonna be in more shows or movies because it would have sucked if she wasn't good because we would have been like, oh man, she's the new Black Widow. Like, she wasn't that good. Yeah. But like, she was every scene she was in, it was a 10 out of 10.
She was good. David Arbor was good as what's his name? Red.
No, he was not. He was the most annoying. That's why this movie gets to see.
He was funny.
He was so Dad. I couldn't do it. He took away from every scene. So
I loved him in the scenes.
No,
I loved him
Dad.
in the scenes.
Let's talk about the scene with Yolanda and whatever his name is, the dad.
David Arbor.
They were having a connection scene. They were having a connection, all this stuff, and then he makes a joke about it.
Yeah. And
then
that's his character.
The people infiltrate them. They're about to get killed. Ooh, maybe we're gonna get a good scene with him. They make a joke about it.
That's his character.
Boo.
He doesn't have emotion. His coping mechanism
is jokes.
to make a joke.
I just don't like it.
I
didn't like it. I didn't like his jokes.
He grew up as somebody who was trained and his personality was completely wiped out. He infiltrated the United States for 3 years. He doesn't have emotions.
Right.
So his coping mechanism is to make jokes because he doesn't know how else to connect with someone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why his character was great. Okay, like when he talked about, it was so funny when he said, yeah, I fought Captain America and I whooped him and I beat him. And then the guy was like, well, when was this? Oh, this was like 91. And he was like, Captain America was still in the ice. He was like, calling me a liar.
So 2011.
Because he was in the ice. So
breaks his arm, yeah.
Breaks his arm, yeah. So, his character was like somebody powerful who could never use his power.
Yeah.
Right? Because he got thrown in prison or whatever. So his character wasn't bad. The problem with the movie was that even though the people individually had good strengths, the movie just didn't flow good. It was okay, it was enjoyable to watch, but because we know there was no stakes, Black Widow couldn't die.
Yeah, there was no stakes, yeah. So we were just kind of like,
it was between Civil War and Infinity War. So Black Widow, every situation that Black Widow was in, she had to get out of it.
Yeah.
Okay? The villains didn't bring any tension.
That was made me so mad. There wasn't enough Taskmaster, and there wasn't enough of whatever the guy was.
Yeah,
they only came in at the end, and so there was no back and forth.
And it was like watching another Shield. And then you have this super cloud city that nobody knows is there.
Like Shield doesn't know.
This thing is Shield doesn't know this thing is floating around all these years.
And the thing is, Shield is in the air. That's what they're known for. They have the cloaking thing for the air.
Yeah, so it's like nobody have ever heard of this shadow out organization of the Red Room. So there was some stuff that it was like, okay, this is just another Shield,
right?
Another Hydra. Right.
So, well, I would have been fine with that because I love Falcon. I love Captain America and Winter Soldier.
We've seen that already. We saw Winter Soldier.
We've seen a lot.
We don't need Winter Soldier twice. Yeah. So, and then, like I said, the bad guys were weak. That's what really messed up this movie. They didn't make me feel like, whoa, man, this dude is ruthless.
Right.
I didn't feel that. And then everybody who was from the Red Room, you just wake them up with the red smoke, and then they were good again.
Yeah.
Before the red smoke, you didn't know he was killing people?
Well, they couldn't control it.
But before that, because he just took it over and did that. Before that, the Red Room didn't start with the red thing. Wow, maybe these are all new people.
I don't know. Yeah, that could be that.
It was just like, okay, whatever. So, It just was. It was. It's to me. It started out excited. I was kind of. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah, that intro.
Yeah, the intro
that
was
beginning
cool.
of the first 10 minutes, because
Yeah.
the first 10 minutes of a movie is always really important. Directors only read first 10 minutes of scripts, and if you don't catch their attention, they're like next. You know. And so that first 10 minutes, 20 minutes, very good.
It was very good, but then it just kind of settled off after that. So
That's true.
it didn't stay on beat, and it was okay. It was okay. If I didn't see this movie, I'd have been fine.
Yeah, that's the thing too. I think a lot of Marvel fans, it's like, did I really need to see it?
Not really.
And this movie should have came out in 2017 with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, probably should have. It should have came out before
Infinity War. That's 2017, right in that crux.
Because then there would have been stakes.
Yeah.
The Taskmaster wasn't used enough.
That
was a good character.
Like amazing, Dad. I want to be her for Halloween because that was just cool.
I have to say, I was thoroughly impressed with the Taskmaster character, but was barely used.
Yeah.
Was only used a couple of times. She was bad, man.
Yeah.
Blown fools away.
The shield, but the thing is, it's so cool with the shield because she got that from Captain America.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it was cool because she was watching the Battle of New York, right? Well, that's what she watched.
Yeah.
And once she watched it,
got it.
Let's
go.
Oh,
bow and arrow.
Use
throw
all
the
this.
thing. Flip
she even had the claws.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was so good.
It was so cool.
And I hope that her chip breaks or something for the next whatever.
Right.
She's still alive, so hopefully she's in Thunderbolts. Break your chip.
Yeah, if she's in Thunderbolts, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, she's got to be, right?
She has to be. They didn't kill her off, so you got me.
I mean, she come back.
And a lot of people have been adamant about like Taskmaster was amazing. Why didn't you use enough of her? Like, I don't get it.
What do you think about the reveal that it was his daughter was Taskmaster? Did that get you? Did you even feel anything like when she took her mask off? Were you like,
I didn't know it was a female.
Oh, I didn't know it was a female either.
Yeah.
And and they did a good job with that. But when he took the mask off, I was like, okay, that was his daughter.
It was his daughter. Yeah, I was like, it's a predictable thing. Like in a sense, like in the back of your mind, it's a predictable thing.
Like
you know what I mean?
It's like something they do in a movie.
In a
right?
movie, it happens all the time.
Let me do this, and the audience would be like, "Oh,
it's the daughter."
It's her daughter.
It's like, okay,
but it wasn't. I was okay, I see, I could see it.
I mean, if it was a random person, then it would also been like, oh.
Yeah, because typically when somebody's behind a mask, it's somebody
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the daughter, and I didn't know it was a female. It was just cool because, like, you know how with female characters they're always over sexualized.
Yeah,
well,
they always put the fake breasts and they make the suit.
Yeah, she was just in a suit and she was just cool.
Yeah, cool.
Like I loved it.
I love that character. I wanted more of that character.
Yeah,
I wish they had kept her in at least half of the movie.
Yeah,
and made her the main villain. We didn't need the other guy.
We didn't need the other guy.
They should have wrote a different story where Taskmaster was running the Red Room and and had speaking parts and just it could have still been a female.
Yeah.
Running the Red Room, speaking parts, and was like plotting some big thing, whatever.
Like she could have killed her dad because she's mad at her dad, so she could have killed him. And
man,
like,
that would have been better. And then took over the Red Room. See, Kevin Feige, you need to hire us.
Like we really be giving y'all ideas. Like we
Good
really
story
like
plots.
every podcast that we give them
stories. Full story plots, right?
They probably steal from us, no?
Yeah, do it this way.
Yeah.
No, but that character was so cool. So if they had used that character, this movie would have got a full check from me. But just because the villains were so weak, and really everything was predictable,
right?
I give this movie a 6.5.
A C.
I actually give it a 6.5 out of 10.
You put it at a 7.5 the other day, or an 8 or something like that.
But now that I had time to stew about it,
right?
I gotta take it down.
It just kind of
I'm never gonna watch the movie again.
I don't think I will either. I mean, I will because I always watch movies twice, so I will.
Well,
but
I guess I will watch it because Mom hasn't seen it, so I'll watch it with her. But it was okay.
Yeah, and like, if it came out in 2017, this movie would have been better.
It probably would have been better. But I've seen too many other good movies after this,
and there's no stakes.
And there was no stakes.
Yeah. So
nobody died.
Yeah, nobody died. You could at least have the guy die, the dad or the mom. The mom was cool though, but I don't know.
Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, that was our that was our spoiler review of Black Widow. What did y'all think about it? Give us a little.
Let us know your thoughts on the Black Widow movie. So we're gonna talk about Milkshake. What's it called? What was it called again? Gunpowder Milkshake.